Seattle's entering play, having taken the last game between these two squads. Niedermayer's puck retrieval really stood out to me the last time these teams faced off. Severson's ability to force turnovers was uncanny the last time he played against them. Both teams seem ready, and they are about to drop the puck on this opening faceoff. The Kraken have won the opening faceoff and take possession here at the start. Shakes off the coverage. Oh, it goes right up the post.
Oh, great chance there, James, and an opportunity to get the go-ahead goal.
Scores! Off the post and in.
Well, that's a real sneaky one that fooled the goaltender, James. Not much room available, but that one, perfectly executed. Well, it's like the game slows down for him. He gets to position, and he tracks the puck. You talk about goaltenders tracking it. How about him sitting there in the slot, eyes on it all the way, and now the timing to be able to redirect it into the net.
So on the goal, he picks up an assist on the play, which has to be huge for his confidence.
But yeah, it's going to be his first point of this rivalry series, James, and there's no question that it's going to make a difference in his confidence level. Listen, as an athlete, an elite athlete that is, you want to contribute offensively, and when you don't, you can't help but feel it. So I expect that that will help him in terms of moving his game forward.
Covers it up, and we'll get a stoppage in play. We're still in the early stages of this period. 1-0 the score. The Blades come up with the defensive zone draw. From the right side, they gain the zone. Moves it to the middle. And he denies that great opportunity there. And that's deflected. Oh, here we go. Tremendous stop by Fleury.
Oh, he's one of the best in the game in terms of that butterfly position, and once he drops, he's so agile to be able to slide across the net.
Glove save made by Fleury. There's the whistle as the puck stopper elects to hang on. Plenty of playing time left in this frame. Seattle's up 1-0. Puck is dropped and we are back underway. Seattle's got it in their own zone. And he sidesteps the check there. Blistering shot! Denies him! He got all of it! He scores! Tie game!
Well, you can't worry about what happened in the game, James. It's all about what you do now, staying in the present. That's exactly what they've done, and they've got the equalizer. Well, James, this is a great play all the way around. A perfect pass to a perfectly executed shot as he sets up and waits for it right in his wheelhouse. Just lets the one-timer rip.
Officials have got both teams ready, and it looks like play is set to resume here. The Blades win possession here in the open ice. To his teammate! Huge steal in his own end. Bouchard's got it in the defensive zone. And tries to make a diagonal pass to Fantilli. There's the whistle, icing the call, big face-off looming. More than half the frame has been played here. We got a tie game. And they win the defensive zone face-off.
You hate it when you ice the puck and it comes 200 feet back to your zone. You got to give your center a tap on the pads after you win that one and get out.
Stankoven's got it in the offensive zone. Beautiful read in the defensive end by Misa. Sends a pass in front, and that goes off a stick. Fleury's opted to hang on to the puck for a face-off. Seattle's going to start with the puck in their own end. Picked up along the boards by Scheifele. Seattle's got it in their own zone. Fires it on net. Shuts them down. Moves behind the net. Line A's got it against the boards. And that caroms off a body in the lane. Puts it on net. Oh, wow. Stops him again.
Well, he's got real quick hands, and he doesn't need much time or space to get that shot off. He's known for finding the back of the net from that area. But the save...
Scores! What a goal! All effort!
Well, we've seen it so many times before. He has such a knack to lose coverage in front of the net and in tight, and when he gets a puck on his stick, he ain't missing from there. Well, you have to be an accurate shooter if you're going to score goals in tight, James, because you get closure quickly. You got to find a way to have pinpoint accuracy. It's a game of inches, and he doesn't miss.
Seattle's got up by 1 here in this opening frame, but there's a lot of game to go here.
Yeah, and I always feel like those next few shifts are critical because you know your opponent, they're either going to respond or they're not. If they don't respond and you're on your toes, you push them back and you look for a second.
Denies that opportunity. Oh, and he whiffs on it. And that's taken by the defense. First period nearly in the books here. Shot! And the goaltender comes up with a piece of it to keep it out of the net. And they're off to the races for the loose puck. And they'll keep up. The goalie's best friend comes up big again as it goes off the outside of the frame. Seattle's got the lead here late in this first period. Well, there's the horn ending period number 1, but this one is far from over. Lots more action to go. Second period is just around the corner. Welcome back, everybody. Cheryl is full of popcorn now as we get set for period number 2. Both teams are recharged, and here we go. Period number 2 is underway. Well, Cheryl, how do you sum this one up through the first 20 minutes?
Seattle's playing real well, and they need to continue to push the pace and continue on from that first period where they established a 1-goal lead and they had majority of shots on net.
And he was right there to make the stop on that play. Siders got it through the neutral zone. Seattle's got the puck against the boards. Oh, and the goalie catches a break there. Goaltender covers it up. We get a whistle to slow things down. Seattle's got the lead here early in this second period. Their offense has been clicking on all cylinders thus far. Offense's own face-off, and he wins the draw. Denies him in front. Sends it quickly to Tarasenko. Here's a chance. And turns aside the slapper with ease. Stretch pass.
First pass leads to the offense. That's a great one.
Seattle's got the puck against the boards. Hughes setting up against the wall. The Blades gain possession in their own end. Here we go. On-man rush here. Oh, denies him on the play.
And this is a great play by the tender to anticipate and get across to make that save.
Quick shot. Comes up with the stop. Takes the feed ahead from the left side. Puck grab by Perfetti. Looking to make something happen along the boards. Oh, great move to sidestep the check. And he makes the save. Forces the turnover in the offensive zone. Avoids the poke check. And now it's grabbed by Perfetti. Moves up near the blue line and looks to set up at the point. Denies him in front.
Well, that shot came quick, and it was right out front. He had to be sharp. He had to be right on it and show his brilliant reflexes.
And that's turned aside by Fleury. And the goalie covers up for the whistle. Seattle's coaches were preaching lots of shots on net, and they have done it and lead as a result here in the second. And they take possession here inside the offensive zone. Feeds it over. Protects the puck around all sorts of danger. Down the left wing and into the offensive zone. Oh, what a violent collision there.
He just got railroaded. Close.
Oh, no. Luck as it goes off the outside of the post. Takes it across the blue line. Oh, look at this. Scores! And they run it back with another.
Yeah, back-to-back goals. You can feel the energy, the wave of momentum, and the tides have turned here, James. They need to keep the pedal to the metal. Well, pass reception is also about the pass itself here, James. And when you have a great pass, you're able to handle it. You can get it off quickly.
Seattle's been dominating the pace of play all night, and Cheryl, they've now extended this lead to 2.
It's been a dominant performance, James, right from the puck drop, and now they'll be heading into the intermission. They'll want to make sure that they reset. You know their coaching staff is going to be telling them, listen, right from the third period on, we got to find a way to finish, execute, and continue what we started.
Moves the puck along the half wall. Here he is, takes the shot. Thompson's going to give everyone a chance to breathe and hang on to the puck. Seattle's offense has been in full effect tonight as they continue to lead late in this second period. Off the face-off, they take the puck. Scoops up the puck now. The Blades are across the line and into the offensive end.
Fleury's been strong in the net tonight, and his save percentage is really high, James, and it's because he's faced a high volume of shots and he's been dialed in and able to make the saves. That gives his team confidence, and they've been consistent as well, and they've done the job on the other side of the puck.
There's the horn, 40 minutes in the books. We'll get a refresh for both the players, ice. Back with a third period next. Welcome back to EA Sports, your home for all things hockey. Sabalski, Pounder, and here comes the third. And this one's underway here in the third. Well, 2 periods down. Here we go with the third period. Cheryl, your assessment so far?
The Blades are right where they should be in this game, James, and that is behind entering the third period. Why? They just haven't had the puck. It hasn't been on their stick, which means they haven't been able to generate anything offensively.
Off his stick, and that's blocked. Loose puck, and they're off to the races. Puck set down the ice. We'll get an icing. Lots of time left in this period. Seattle's got a 3-1 lead as they have dominated for the most part in this. Grabs control of it at the point. Moves it around along the half wall. Launches it from the point. Glove save. How did he get a piece of that? Seattle's got a hold of the puck now. Shifley's going to play it against the half wall. Oh, what a reactionary save on the one-timer. They've got some momentum here. Denies him with the save. Seattle's got a hold of it along the wall. Shifley's taking it from his own end. Sider's got the puck. Passes it over. Quick pass to Darlene. Seattle's trying to make something happen in the offensive zone. Tarasenko's got it along the boards. Stoppage in play as we get an offside. Seattle's motor has been non-stop tonight. Lots of shots on net, and they lead in the third. The Blades win the draw. Werenski's got the puck in his own zone. Here they come on the rush. Feeds it across. Seattle's got it from behind the net. Feeds the puck over to Bouchard. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Quick feed down low. Denied by the goaltender. Here's a short pass to Perfetti. Oh, can't get it to go.
Well, and it's a good scoring chances. A quick release shot, but unable to convert.
Puck scooped up by Lindros. Scores! Off the tip and in.
Well, he has absolutely mastered his craft, hasn't he? I mean, hands away from the body, the hand-eye coordination to redirect that puck into the back of the net. Well, he's one of the best in the game, and to be an efficient tipper, you have to have the dexterity to find that puck with your stick, and man, does he ever have it. And that's a perfect example of getting to position, fighting for it, and the hand-eye coordination to pull it off.
Pounder, you know way better than I do that you can't afford to have passengers in a rivalry matchup, and you know, for him to finally end this pointless streak with that goal, that's got to be huge.
Well, it is huge for him. It's huge for his confidence here, James, because you can sense it in his play. You know, he was just flat. He wasn't urgent, and I think it's just because he recognized that he wasn't contributing on the offensive side of the puck.
Radish has got it in the defensive end.
The Blades really haven't done anything well tonight, James, and it's a tough one to take. You try and make adjustments, get yourself back in the game, you try to reset, but nothing works.
Oh, and some smooth skating to lose the defender there. Oh, stick save and a beaut.
What a save. I mean, how quick do you have to be able to get on that puck, James? Anytime it's in the low slot, you got to be on your toes, and that's exactly what he was to be able to make the save.
Moves inside. The Kraken have it in their own zone. Sends one up to Fantilli. And he coughs it up with the pass. Seattle's got a hold of the puck. And he passes it up ahead to Subban. Along the half wall with the puck. Moves it to Holloway. Now a quick pass to Tarasenko. Final minute of regulation here, and it should be it. And we get a whistle as the goaltender decides to hang on to this one. Seattle's coaches have to be pleased with what they've seen tonight. No shortage of scoring opportunities and no shortage of goals. Turned aside with the glove by Fleury. And the puck stopper jumps on top of it to get a stoppage in play. Here in the late going of the frame, Seattle's got a little more jump in their step tonight. They lead it 4-1. The Blades take possession here inside the offensive zone. Shuts him down. Another stop by the goaltender.
I'm not sure where the defense is, but I'll tell you what, the goaltender has been outstanding. Made a flurry of saves to keep his team in this one.
Tosses it on to Tarasenko. Here we go, puck's in deep. Seattle's looking to break out. Tarasenko's gained the line and on the attack. And the crowd's on their feet, saluting the team after a hard-fought effort this evening. Seattle's been on a roll offensively tonight. Lots of chances, and they lead it late in this third. And they'll start with possession. Seattle's got the puck in their own end. Shot, tying seconds, and he makes the save. And that brings an end to this one here this evening. Kind of felt like they had the puck on a string here all night, Cheryl.
Well, the analytics will tell you they did. They certainly held the number in possession time. Real effective at that. Sometimes it's what you do with it, though, but they proved to do the right things.